All right, Fred Mertz is out of it. Me and I was gonna say Ethel, me and little Minnie just were waiting while I was working in the car for Fred to get looked at over the weekend, or it was Friday actually. Fred, I was giving him one of his medications. If you saw me on Snapchat, I went to this really cute little cafe, and I took the dogs, and when I was giving Fred his medication there, he got really squirmy, and it's one of those things where I have to like put the medication in his mouth with a syringe, not like a needle that like pricks you, but just like a syringe, you know, so you could like, so it wasn't sharp, but it was still a syringe, and when he moved, it hit his eye, and his eyes have been really bad anyways. So he's been struggling, but not as bad. Like, I feel like it's been getting better, which is awesome. But Danielle did make an appointment for him to be seen at this specialist. And that's the first time Fred ever went to a specialist for his eyes. And they sent him home with new medications. And something that I love, you know, I've been super depressed lately about just watching Fred dying, like right before my eyes, you know, is, you know, slowly getting there, but he's so alert, so it's not like he needs to be put down or anything. He's just old. I mean, he's 21 and a half. Like, gosh, thank you, Lord, for blessing me with Mertz this long, you know. And it's just so comforting to hear, because I kind of get stuck in that sometimes. I miss the old Fred Mertz he used to be, even not that long ago, you know. And it's just nice to hear from different medical professionals lately how impressed they are with how well he's doing, and how there's so many dogs that are senior dogs but much younger than Fred, and they're not doing as well as him. So Fred is just like, and you know, at the beginning of Fred's life, I wasn't giving him the best stuff, you know. Having the Mertzes really was a learning experience as being a pet owner, because, you know, I grew up old school. You just throw the dog in the backyard. You don't really take the dog for walks if you have a backyard. So we've come a long way to where the Mertzes really showed me the importance of not just walking the dogs, but like just animal health and the things that can happen, especially when Ethel started to have her medical issues with her diabetes and her little heart murmur and things like that. So it's just, I'm so grateful that, you know, like when I used to feed Fred not the best food, thinking that it was good food because it's expensive food, it's at the specialty dog store, but it doesn't always mean that it's right for your pet, you know. It's almost like the equivalent of him eating fast food every day, and that's how him and Ethel ate for a really long time. So driving here in good old Hollywood, dirty ass Hollywood, I'm definitely around a lot of areas where I've lived with Danielle and the Mertzes, and something that really trips me out is how, okay, I've always been enchanted with Hollywood, like I said over the weekend, but it's like I always also knew that it was dirty ass Hollywood, you know what I mean? But now it's like Hollywood does not inspire me at all, and I'm just driving through areas I used to walk, because I was a long time I didn't have a car, and then when I got this car it would break down a lot, you know. And it's just one of those things where, like, I'm just driving through my old neighborhoods, and it's just like I don't feel connected. But then yet I remember times in my life where, like this street right here, I used to walk with the Mertzes, Danielle, to the bus stop at that intersection I just stopped at the wee hours of the morning, when Danielle was working at a cafe, and she would take the bus to work. Uh-oh, what's going on here? So I remember walking. I wear my grandma's robe. because it was nice and warm. And it's funny, I remember one time I walked the dogs down to take Danielle to work, or to the bus for her to go to work. And there was this homeless chick, and she was riding a bike, and she had a really blinged out jacket on. I'll never forget. And it said director on it, and it said it in bling. And I remember she goes, "Bitch, why you got your robe on?" And I started laughing. And I said, "'Cause it's cold." And then she said, "Well, then put your jacket on." And I thought it was awesome. But, you know, crazy ass Hollywood. So there's little moments like that. But something that I'm super grateful for is, even though one of the happiest times I've been, mind, body, and soul, was when I lived down here in Hollywood, especially here by Hollywood Boulevard. It's so crazy because I was so happy spiritually. I felt like, oh my gosh, you know. But I was all into some dude that it was never gonna happen. So there was that. I didn't have a car, which is, you know, hard when, especially you're doing gigs. You know, we lived in a studio apartment, me and Danielle, with the dogs. So it's like so crazy how everything that I didn't have, I literally have now. I have a car. I've been with Metal Jesus for 5 years. You know, I live in a house. It's an amazing house. And so it's like, I feel like I have to kind of come back over here sometimes and reconnect with that, because what I'm missing now is that vibration I was at when I was living it. And what's the difference? The difference is, from that time to today, I've had a lot of people disappoint me and let me down. Oh, I need gas. And there's people who used to be in my life when I lived right over here. I'm gonna drive by over there. When I lived over here, that are no longer in my life, and I thought they would always be my homeboy, my homegirl, like always, always, always. What is up with this light? And that's just not the case. And it really effed me up. Because to me, if you've watched my content, something that's very consistent that I bitch about is when my friends let me down. My career, yeah, it's gonna let me down. Guys, yeah, they're gonna let me down. Not my friends, but it's okay. Like, I don't feel like lonely or anything. I have a very, 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 did I mention very small group of friends? And I'm very, 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 did I mention very happy with that? Because they're my people, they're my kind of people. We vibe together. Oh, there's our old place. Oh, the studio apartment. Oh. So, anyways, I just thought I would turn the camera on and share with you guys how this is just tripping me out, just to be, like I said, my old stomping grounds, and just feeling very grateful for what I have. I'm getting out of my bad mood of being disappointed in people. It's working out. It's fine. I'm not as butthurt over it as I'm not even butthurt anymore. I'm just kind of like still a little hardened, I guess. So I look forward to being soft again. I want to be that girl again, because I feel if I'm that girl in combination with all the awesome things that are in my life now, like, wow, I want to feel what that feels like, you know. Anyways, I woke up today at 5:30. It's now 11:43. After I get gas, I'm gonna head on home. I got some more work to do. I got a hair appointment today and a video chat with one of my Secret Society members. Alright, I hope everyone had a good weekend. I have lots of stuff coming for everyone on my Secret Society, on ShellyMartinez.net, and for my main YouTube channel, so stay tuned. And until tomorrow, I will see you then. Adios.